Hi, so here we have, there are two containers of the same volume, okay. The first container half filled with sugar syrup and the second container half filled with milk. Half of the content of the first container is transferred to the second and then half of this mixture is transferred back to the first. Next, half of the content of the first container is transferred back to the second, okay. Then the ratio of sugar syrup and milk in the second container is how much? So we are doing this transfer thrice, 1 to 2, 2 to 1 and then again 1 to 2. So the total, the transfers are done 3 times. Now let's assume that the total volume of the containers is 200 liters initially and they are half filled with sugar syrup and milk. So that means each of the containers has 100 liters of sugar syrup and milk respectively. Okay, so let the quantity of sugar syrup and milk be 100 liters each. So we have this table. Initially container 1 only has sugar syrup and no milk, whereas container 2 has no sugar syrup, only milk here. Okay, fine. Now then what happens is you transfer half the contents of container 1 to container 2. Now half of total quantity here is 100 and the total quantity here is also 100. The total quantity is 100 both sides. Now if half of this is being transferred, that means 50 liters is transferred. So half of half of syrup and half of milk will be transferred. Since there is no milk, only syrup will be transferred. So the full 50 liters that is being transferred will be syrup. So now what will happen is, the syrup left in container 1 will be 50 liters is gone. So 50 liters of syrup will be left. Milk, there was nothing, so nothing will be gone, 0. Now 50 liters of syrup was added here, right? So this will become 50 and milk will remain as it is, 100 liters. So this is the quantity of syrup and milk in each of the containers after first transfer. So now you have 50 liters total here and you have 150 liters total here. Fine. Now again half of this is being transferred. So if half of the total is being transferred, half of each of the two components will be transferred. So half of syrup will be transferred and half of milk will be transferred. So syrup transferred will be half of 50, 25 and milk transferred will be half of 100, 50. So milk left here will be 100 minus 50 which is 50. Syrup left will be 50 minus 25 which is 25. Now here the total quantity of syrup will become 50 was there initially and 25 liters is being poured here. So this will become 75 and milk was 0 here and 50 liters is being transferred. So milk will become 0 plus 50, 50 liters. So this is the quantity of syrup and milk after second transfer, right? So container 1 has a total of 75 plus 50, 125 liters and container 2 has a total of 25 plus 50, 75 liters. Now the third transfer is half of container 1 is being transferred to container 2. This is the last and third transfer. So if total half is being transferred, half of each component will be transferred. So half of 75 is 37.5 liters will be transferred here and half of 50 is 25 that will be transferred here. Okay. So what we need to figure out is the ratio of sugar syrup and milk in the second container. So syrup was 25 here and 37.5 is being added. So the total syrup here becomes 25 plus 37.5 which is 62.5. And the milk was 50 liters already and 25 is being added. So milk will become 50 plus 25, 75. So this will be the amount of sugar syrup and milk in the final container, and in the initial container also you can subtract. 75 minus 37.5 is this and 50 minus 25 is this. Okay. Now the question was the ratio of sugar syrup and milk in the second container. So ratio of 62.5 and 75. So the required ratio is 62.5 is to 75. The common factor here is 12.5. So 12.5 into 5 is 12.5 into 5 is 62.5 and 12.5 into 6 is 75. So we have the combined ratio of, the ratio of 62.5 is to 75 is 5 is to 6. Or you can simplify 62.5 is 625 and 75 is 750, multiplying by 10. So this goes by 25 times, this goes by 25 30 times. We have 25 by 3, again goes by 5 is to 6 times. So the combined ratio is 5 is to 6. So the answer here is option A, 5 is to 6. Thank you.